Hello everyone and welcome back to Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander, where in the last episode we fleshed out our fleet, as it were. Also, we've got a bunch of nasties moving to places where we really don't want them to be. That is going to be a bit of an awkward thing to deal with. But before we do anything else, we have a few things to rename. Well, things, we have one person and one thing to rename. The ship shall be renamed to the HMSS Nightingale. I think I have spelled that correctly. Yes, it would appear that I have. Thank you very much, Jake, for the suggestion there. And Adiza Kim. Let's see, we're going to need to go to the officers' quarters for this one, I fancy. There we go. Your name shall from henceforth be Dunn. Officer Dunn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everything is now in its correct place. In terms of research, we have the Officer Academy, which is nice. The Cadet Barracks, what would that give us? Research how to build a Cadet Barracks facility to recruit, crew, and upgrade cadets. Maybe. We've got a materials multiplier there. I would not mind building a dark matter multiplier over here. Each dark matter multiplier module increases the amount of dark matter gained from missions by 15% and allows officers to create new dark matter. So we could just have our officers in these rooms making stuff for us, which I think would be rather amazing. We would have to add an officer to this one, which I'm not as keen on doing. The Cadet Barracks, though, I'm thinking that might be worth it. Reactor Zeroridax. Tech research how to build a Zeroridax reactor on Halcyon 6 to provide power to Starbase. Generates 50 power. It also costs stupid amounts. Fuel plant. Without fuel, you won't be able to send out fleets on missions to nearby or distant stars. Research this tech to enable unlocking this room. Each fuel plant produces 1 additional fuel per day. I think that would actually be quite useful. Ship upgrades, research ship upgrades for your ships. I think we've already got that one. But the Cadet Barracks, we can't afford it at the moment, but I think that's probably going to be the thing that we aim for next. Right, well, we've got a number of things that we need to do at the moment. We've got loads of notifications. You know what, let's clear all of them for now. Right, close Chruul portal. Wheelers, Raiders, Fornax, Svaks, Shriekers, Cuts, Corpses. We've got 8 days left on the colony under attack. We kind of need to go and deal with this one. There's no ways around it. Alright, that was it here. It's going to be a difficult fight, I fancy. But we are going to try send fleet. Let me just double check. No, we want the White Star Fleet. Yes, everyone's in there. Let's go. Oh, reputation gained. Crewman. What just happened there? Let's have a look at these. You are now experienced. +2 evasion. Fantastic. And +6 aim. Also fantastic. Yes, very much so. In transit. They're all on there, already on their way, rather. Uh-oh. Sir, a Corsan delegate has arrived. I'll put them through now. Human friends, greetings from the Onir and the Corsan consensus. Many commiserations to you and your people, Commander. We came as soon as we sensed the tremendous outgrowth of psychic torment from New Terra. By now, I'm sure you too have discovered the terrible tragedy that has befallen your race. The Federation is crippled, and you, my child, must pick up the pieces. But be heartened, human, for Onir will aid you in whichever manner you desire. Okay, fantastic. Resources and ships would suffice. Why am I suspicious? That's a very, very open-ended offer, really. And there's no real mention of payment. would seem rude to question it. But at the same time, very few things in life are free, and from what I understand, the Federation basically were the Galaxy Police for a long time. I question anyone's desire to help us regain. Why am I suspicious? Of course, we can't offer you physical aid, per se. We were more imagining counsel, advice. An admittedly scaly shoulder to cry on. More in that vein. Oh, I see. And what kind of counsel are you offering? Well, of course, we can't offer you many visions of the future. That would be highly destabilizing. And, as you know, would run counter to our sacred task of guiding and pruning the continuum. But there is one piece of premonition we may impart on you, if you will accept it. You know what? We're pretty busy right now. Sure, later on me. Do not trust the Collective, or the Zla, or the Yabling. They are conspiring against you to seize your station. In fact, don't trust anyone except your friends, the Korzan. That's it. Oh dear, is that the time? I fear I must be off. The Collective must be promptly warned of a terrible, terrible mistake it is about to make. I do apologize, but extrasensory knowledge is a heavy, heavy burden. Please, do come by Onir sometime. The desert air is deliciously dry this season. I'm just gonna go and say, yeah, no. Basically. Right, okay. Chruul engineering ships. These dense and stocky... was it Chruul or Chruul? Chruul. We'll go with Chruul. It's a little easier to say. Are composed of layers and layers of thick, chitin-like armor, and so are particularly suited to ramming attacks. Chruul tactical ships, equipped with spike-shaped biofuel-propelled missiles, these quick-firing fast ships can impart a large amount of damage in a short amount of time. And Chruul science ships, able to stretch the regular bounds of reality, these vessels are regularly able to conjure up interdimensional chaos portals, which wreak havoc on heavily hulled ships. Okay, we actually got a primer on how to fight these guys. That's a little bit frightening. That's what? Elder Basher. Okay, Chaos Cannon, Chaos Beam. Vulnerabilities, Hull and Hull Breached. Good. Resistances on weapon systems and weapon disruption. This ship is heavily armored and prone to ramming attacks. And you? Adult Aberrant, Brood Pods, and Chaos Cannons. Also vulnerable to Hull and Hull Breach. I guess for them, they literally bleed. Those ships bleed when we attack them, which is kind of good. Who has the best hull breaching ability? You do. Very well. You shall be faster and will take many more turns. Oh, well, I mean, kind of. We really inflicts engines down, inflicts sabotage, exploits vulnerable. Sabotage seems reasonable. Teleports explosives. We'll go for... Which one is going to be the more dangerous is the thing. Sun ships use chaos and psychic attacks to debuff and cause damage over time. Yeah, I think you're going to be the more troublesome, so let's go for you. Sabotaged! Now, effect. The ship is sabotaged and is taking 150% base damage over 4 rounds. Glorious. I don't really want to inflict that to myself. I want to inflict hull breach over here, please. Launch! Ouch. Resisted. Well done. Resisted. Did a chunk of damage, though. Oh my good lord. I could also go for ship disabled. And that might be a good move on this one while it's just ticking down. Yes, go for it. Ship disabled. Okay, now we've got many turns before the next attack. Okay. I could go for exploiting hull breach, or I could just take off sensors. Yeah, sure. Go for the sensor attack. Sensors offline. Good. Did very little damage, but you know, that's the way it's going to be. Puts engines down, inflicts sabotage. Yeah, let's get sabotage going. There we go. Now I want to start stacking up the hull breach. Glorious. In fact, I could go for crew panic and exploit the hull breach, and I think I will. See what we can do. Crew panic, hull breach exploited. Okay, we're doing a chunk of damage there. They're done 100% evasion. The sensors are still offline, which is great. I don't want to inflict vulnerable on myself, though. That is just scary. There's still sabotage. I could inflict engines down. Sure, let's go for inflicting engines down on them. Okay, yeah, that hurt quite a lot, as expected. Right, they're going to be back in this very shortly. Could exploit engines down for a lot of damage, perhaps. No, let's get hull breach on you. And at this point, I'm thinking, how many more turns has that got? I think it's got a little while yet. Could be wrong though. Maybe about time to start healing. Let's try and repair some of this damage. There we go, that was a very nice heal there. Oh, fantastic evade! I approve! It's going to be a little while. Let's renew the sabotage. Yeah. We're splitting damage right now, which is bad, right? Your hull breach is gone, so I want to put that back on there. There we go. And at this point, maybe worth me knocking your sensors back off. Well, actually, it's probably not going to take too long. Let's actually go for this one, because we can put crew panic back, hopefully. And there we are. It's done a lot of damage, which I'm very happy with. They've managed to remove a lot of the effects, though, which is not as good. Not as good at all. I think we're going to go back with sabotage so we can start stacking the dots again. I would not mind using this because you're about to stop having hull breach anyway. So how about we make use of it while we can. There we go. And then apply hull breach back on you. Yeah. And then... I wouldn't mind taking down your speed. Let's try and knock off your engine. Damn it! Failed. And super high amounts of damage. That's not good. Weapons disrupted. The ship's weapons are disrupted and they do reduced damage. Not great. Not great at all, in fact. Okay, I'm actually going to boost you again. Yeah. You seem the more useful in this particular fight. There we go. Let's get hull breach on you. Perfect. And unfortunately, you're still not engines down, which is annoying, but let's try it again. There we go. Aha! Evaded! Perfect. I would not mind taking this ship out, because this one's almost down. There we go. So we don't have to worry about that one for now, and actually, no, we're just going to go for a regular portal cannon. I think it should be enough. Oh, wow, we didn't kill it. That is a little bit annoying. I'll be honest with you. Just a tad annoying. Let's go ahead and take care of that. There we go. One down. Now, if we could inflict engines down, it would be grand. There we are, because then we can exploit it. And we're just going to be able to lay into it for now. So let's, you know what, actually, let's heal. My science ship can focus on getting the rest of the fleet back in order. Apply this. There we go, a little bit more damage over time. We will exploit the engines down. Perfect. And hopefully exploit the hull breach, which is just about to stop being active. And there we go. Hooray! Our first fight against the Chruul. There we are. Commander Lippy's fleet made contact with the dark matter extractor at Ita. Patching you through now. Yay! Commander, thank heavens you found us when you did. We probably couldn't have lasted another few days with those alien fleets swarming around. What we have here, Commander, is a fully functioning dark matter extractor. While we wouldn't mind being extracted to your station, it sounds like dark matter might come in handy for you. Taking that into account, we'll stay here and keep extracting until you say the word. Ah, such duty-bound members of the Federation. Well done. We're not gonna extract you, I'm afraid. That's a lot of dark matter you can hold there, and I very much want it. Right, we've got a load of people in various places. Let's actually have a look at our notifications. Lippy, well done. +1 skill point. View profile. You're now level 4. Haha! Alright. We can have a look at some of these higher level attacks now. We can move invasive surgery up a little bit more. Irradiate. Just generally increases the damage, really. Doesn't really increase the effect. Though the heals, that actually matters quite a lot, since I don't have a lot of those. Exploits weapons disrupted, but I've not got anything that does that yet. I could have this. Don't know. Maybe it just lasts a bit longer, that one. Certainly possible. But I think we're going to go for warp atomic structure. There we are. Oh, actually, if we have a look at this, how does that affect it? Cooldown 6 rounds, recovery 1 round. Increases speed by 110%. Where's this one? Ah, okay. So it actually increases the quicken effect. Alright, I understand. But I think we're going to be going with this one, regardless. There we go. Well done, Lippy. You're slowly improving. And I approve of that. Okay, we need to go and grab a couple of things. Let's just double check. 21 days left on a yabbling attack. That is fine. Let's visit all of the areas, pick up any fuel we can. Oh, reputation gained. Let's transfer the 44 crew and leave system. And check on this notification. +4% hull. Oh, very nice. That is for the HMSS Nightingale. Very, very nice. We can pick up some matter as well. Let's go ahead and grab some of that while we're on the way. Commander, the dark matter manipulator is now online. Acknowledged. Lippy, we've been attacked by pirates! Oh no. Independent bands of space pirates. Bands of space pirates hold little to no sway in Federation space, but Halcyon sector is teeming with them. Time to end that. Okay. It's just one person. Really? Really? I feel a little bit bad for you. Only a little, though. Like a tiny, tiny amount of badness. Alright, we'll speed you up. There we go. How dare you? Critical hit as well? Scallywag. Let's take your engines down. Let's actually, no, let's go for the hull breach first. Followed by exploiting the engines down. And while I could probably finish it off fairly quickly, I'm going to use this opportunity to heal. We are sabotaged. Barely felt it. It's a little bit of a lie. I feel that you're not telling the whole truth there. Let's disable them. Take them out for this for a moment. I just want to heal a bit. There we go. You know what? Sure. Fire at will! Pew 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 pew. I approve. Quick tune-up. Sure. Oh, you only use that on yourself. It's a bit of a shame. Inflicts hull breach. I mean, everything you're gonna do is gonna. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna just use quick tune-up because I can, even though it does nothing really, so that I can make sure everyone is fully healed. Near enough, I guess. Weapon supercharge. And it died. Okay, fair enough. Well, we managed to properly restore our fleet a bit. A map was retrieved from the pirate ship, computed before they were destroyed. It seems that they were en route toward the Pulsar. There are records of some kind of treasure hoard of stolen dark matter. It is likely guarded, but we could investigate and try to retrieve the dark matter for ourselves. That sounds remarkably good. Which Pulsar were they off to? Let's have a look. Pirate Dark Matter Hoard. Where? Okay, fairly far away though. Okay, well, continue on. We've got things to do. Transfer all the materials to fleet. And then we'll leave the system. Now. Not liking our odds against that fleet there. I would like to level up a little bit more, honestly. Let's head down here, grab this if we can. Because we've been using quite a lot. The rogue yabbling fleet has disappeared into space. What? I thought... Okay, maybe that's the timer they had naturally to try and... from the original point the mission started, but we defeated it halfway through, so their timer had to start again before they could properly siege the place, but eventually they just got driven off. I'm not actually sure at all what went on there, but oh well. Right, we'll take the 22 fuel, thank you very much, and leave system. And now... Yes. We're gonna take you down. Let's get down there, send a fleet, go. If we can clear you up, then that's gonna be grand. Alrightio, let's have a look. You are vulnerable to hull breached. Chaos cannon, chaos beam, very well. Sure, we're gonna get this boosted. Next opportunity, I'll drop the sensors if I can, but for now, yeah, we'll go with sabotage. We'll start focusing our fire on this one, I think. Where is the ship disabled? Good. Take this one out, please. There we are. Don't have to worry about you too much for a little while. Right, let's go for hull breach. And then I want to take the sensors offline. Oops. Because I can click, I can affect both of them, and the shot goes here. I keep trying to click here whenever I use that ability. It's a bit derpy, I know, but... engines down as well. Let's exploit the engines down. Glorious. And then ruin their hull. There we are. We're using our upgraded ability now. Reasonable amount of damage, and we panicked them, which again is pretty nice. The sensors are still offline, so I'm going to go ahead and smack you with engines down. Failed, unfortunately. That is a bit of a shame. Otherwise I would have made use of that. But that's fine. We can go ahead and do a fair old chunk of damage with that. We're unlikely to kill it here, but... Ooh, thank goodness. Thank goodness! I approve of your inability to strike us. I mean, that is hull damage, and they're vulnerable to it, so... I mean, I may inflict vulnerability on myself, but let's see if we can't just take them out with one attack. No, they may die. Or I could certainly just wipe them out with this attack here. You know what, sure, let's just take it out. There we go. Now let's go for sabotage. Start stacking the dots again. Now I would really super have liked it if I could have perhaps maybe possibly Taking an extra 20% damage, that's not actually that much. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll go ahead and we'll just shoot you with our regular beam there until you've got Hull Breach. Let's go for Hull Breach. There we go. Now we'll use weapons disrupted. That's fine. Let's try and take our engines down as well if we can. Glorious. Now we will warp the structure. That should hopefully give us crew panic as well. There we go. That was a critical hit, my lord, the damage we just did. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Stacking up huge amounts of damage. Let's go for engines down again. Make sure it's constantly slowed. This I approve of. And at this point, I would like to try and take the sensors off if I could, so that your next shot is possibly going to miss. Aha! That was the right thing to do, it seems. Right. I would like to go ahead, teleport some explosives on there. Who's up next? I could, since you're going to get another chance to attack before, I'm going to just try and tune you up. Then I'm going to heal. Yeah. Then I would like you to go for engines down again. And there we go. Perfect. Battle 1! We got a fair old bit of dark matter from that as well. Very happy. Gained ace pilot. There we are. We've made contact with the materials mine at Ceramus. What an awesome name for a place that produces materials. The Federation mining facility overseer is willing to remain at this mine and continue extracting resources for your cause. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can choose to evacuate the facility and bring their crew back to the station. No, continue production, please. Current resources 124. I would like to take those. Thank you very much. Leave system. But we need to check out what just happened. There we go, plus 1 skill point. Let's go and check on this then. Now, self-hull breach, exploits engine down. There's never going to be a time where I feel that that is a good thing to do. Like ever. It's just not going to happen. Nor really is that something I want to do. Unfortunately. Activate nano repairs is a ground combat thing. Let's have a look. We could go with personal magnetism more, smoke out, drone takedown, inflicts exposed. None of these are really particularly amazing options, but the damage is 170%. It's just got such a good chance of inflicting hull breach on us. As an option to end a fight, that might be a good one to go for. Mind you, this one does 150. Plus 67% times 3 rounds. Okay, we're gonna go with this one, I think. Select that power, please. Thank you. Now, someone did have like an ace pilot skill, I'm sure of it. Who got the ace pilot? Can I have a look at the ships? Stations at Cerberus, elite crew, oh, traits, there we are. Nothing but the rain. Space combat evasion plus 2. There we are. What about you? You've got ace pilot. You do not. Okay, well that's fine. Plus 1 evasion, plus 6 aim. I'm loving that the actual ship itself and their crew just get better over time. Like evasion 13, evasion 0. So I think this ship has a negative evasion, but you can't have negative evasion, so it just goes down to 0. So they'll never dodge, but the HMSS Discovery is actually not bad at it. 97 on aim, 106 there, 106 there. Speed is... we could do with getting the Crescent Rose speed up slightly. Their aim is very nice though. Very, very nice. Plus 3 aim, plus 4% hull. What is the total hull? 541, 760, 653. I think we do need to improve these ships a little bit here and there, I would say. I would say that is going to be a necessity. We also probably want to get a second fleet going. Sooner rather than later, we can start training them up. There we are. Leave the system, please. And then finally, return home. Retrieved resources. Crew 44, materials 335. Glorious. Now you scare me. You scare me too much. I'm not going to try and take you on yet until we've got a much better fleet. Now, tasks available. We've got a bunch of tasks available, actually. We've got loads of tasks available all over the place. Let's have a look at this one, the Officer Academy. I would like to train an officer. Memory retention drills. Officers receive 20% more EXP from combat. I mean, that would be quite nice, but it would require an officer to do. Improved officer education. Yeah, we're going to just train an officer. And unfortunately, we're going to need to give one of our officers up for this one. I'm going to say done. It's something that I need you to do. Yeah, it's going to take us 6 days, but once we've got someone who can then possibly just stay here working in this place, they can just gradually improve and get us more officers over time, and that is probably going to be a big thing for us. I would definitely like to improve our ships, so let's have a look. The rogue, where is the rogue? Here we are. Improves the rogue's aim by plus 15 and hull by 10%. This upgrade affects all existing and new rogues in your fleet. Or improves their damage and evasion. I'd actually prefer to improve the rogue's hull. So we're going to have a mercenary help out with that, I would say. Thank you very much. And while that's going on, we're actually going to try and open up this area here. Confirm. Estimated 2 days. That's not too bad for us, but that's going to be where we wrap up this episode. We have managed to clear out some of the pending issues that we had. Certainly the time-critical ones have all been resolved, so we're just going to spend a little bit of time on the Halcyon 6, open up a new area, hopefully get some fuel production going there, and generally try to establish ourselves a little bit better. Soon, we're probably going to have to deal with the pirates, though. I think that's possibly something we'll do to try and train up lower-ranked crew members. What we'll likely do is not have a single fleet of the highest crew and then another fleet of just the people we unlocked over time, but we'll swap people in and out to try and, you know, give the lower-ranked crew kind of a cushion, a buffer, with 2 high-ranked crew members there to kind of, you know, keep them safe in the kind of encounters that they're going to be seeing. But we'll have to see how that all plans out. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. As ever, if you'd like to offer any feedback or would like to suggest a name, then do drop me a comment down below, and a like on the video lets me know you'd like to see more Halcyon 6 in the future. But until then, take care of yourselves.